Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday morning, June 14th. We are looking at Window Traders Market Profile, SPY, IWM, and Triple Qs. So there's two questions that I posed to myself this morning. Now, I know the PPI is coming out at 8:30, and I know it'll move the markets, even though it's kind of silly considering we know no matter what the number is, inflation is rampant. But aside from that, no matter what the algos do, we have to ask ourselves two questions. Number one, did we get some short-term excess on the downside, right? M period traded $1.70 below L's low and basically almost D's low, about $1.60. So the question is that some short-term excess, right? If it is, excess ends one auction and begins another. Second, is the market going to attempt to come into balance on the daily either today and or tomorrow prior to the Fed decision? For that to happen, we have to take out a previous day's high. So whether that's yesterday's high or tomorrow, whatever today's high is, if we don't do it. Just questions to ask yourself. We have my overnight high right now is 379.60. Overnight low is 374.17. There was a print all the way up at 389.95 last night that I'm not going to use. I said yesterday, and I'll say it again this morning, if we open in balance in value, the odds of getting back to these wide pocks for all three of us are very good, right? They were magnets all day yesterday. So if we open inside these ranges, the odds of getting back to them would be pretty good. Then the next question is, if we do that prior to taking out D's low, does this excess hold? And maybe we make our way up to try to take out yesterday's high. Again, this is all early thoughts you have to give yourself. On the flip side, by after the PPI at 9:30, we might be gapping lower. Again, just things to think about. If we do gap lower, then obviously M's low, depending on how big the gap is, I'd be shorting against that. Or if we don't gap lower, but we open below D's low, below the base of the price probe, again, I'd be looking for a short with the lower value. I'd be out any acceptance back into D's range, because then again, you'd go to the POC. On the flip side, if we open smack in the middle of the range at 9:30, there's no trade. If we open, say at M's high, then you can take a long basically against D's low to see if that excess holds out below it. Otherwise, you should travel back up to POC. Again, all early ideas. And then on the chart, so here's the weekly. Now, for those of you who have been following me, these lines have not been put in, the last couple of weeks. They've been in for months, 6 months or more. And this was a very visual target, right? 371.88, that monthly low. Do I expect to get there? I do. I firmly do. Whether it's today, in the near future, but I would think that's a good level for them to test. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. Good luck trading today, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.